Nerding and Hoarding. Quick and dirty DIY electronics.
Now, yes, now it's actually time for, we will go back and revisit, as it's so beautifully called, we will revisit the last one that was called 73. Oh my god, that's like so. Okay, so zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Looky, 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 looky here. Looky, looky, looky here. It actually is even from 672. But that doesn't matter. But I will do exactly this right now. And so, stay with me now, dear people. I will make a little more place for a sort of, what is it called? Pedagogic method here. So, hopefully this will work now. So, look here, it says 7812. And looky here, what? 7812. You know, it's the same. And also, yes, we already have, I was thinking about drawing. Okay, but now but just if we do like this, here is the pinout of that particular thing. And below here is the pinout of its sort of sister, the 7912, which we will supposed to say that here, but it's got smudged out or something. So 7912. They have different pinouts, so remember to not forget that, because then they will just burn up and you will be sad because you have lost an important component and you might not have more of them. So that's kind of stalling for your project. So what do we need then? So sort of two large capacitors. I will use the slightly smaller on the negative because I believe the negative side will be less used by my power supply. But what is this? I mean, hello people, this is wrong. Look here. The large one is smaller than the small one in the capacity. So, and I believe that 470 is not enough. I think 1000 is the least we want to have. So I will go back to my little scrapyard of a box here and just search it for something. Yes, that is so boring. Okay, my dear friends, it's so boring, it's so boring, it's so boring. What you can do is if you put two capacitors in parallel, you can just add the capacity. So you like, if that was, for example, to take this here 300 and this here 200. Anyway, shut the fuck up now and work. Find a good one instead of making bad excuses. Good word. That was word and not songing, such as the Swedish word play. Okay. Friggin' rock. This one, nope. It is very bad. How about this one? Alright, so guess what? Even smaller. Are you seeing this? Yes, I'm sort of seeing something here. But this is also 1000. So we have 2000s there. Unfortunately, my capacitor tester stopped working. So now I will just zoom out so I don't accidentally film a whole film with no one seeing anything. So, and yes, we need 2 more things, I guess, I think. This power header thing, I think I just ran out of those. See here? Yes, we ran out of those. Why did you run after all? From the first time. I can build one hopefully by inserting some like pins from a single line here, and yeah, it's one of these things that I automatically start doing, and then I often realize, oh no, I'm doing an idiot project. Yes, not that there is anything wrong with idiots. I do believe they are among the smartest people in the world, but you know, sometimes I have to tell myself that what you are trying to do now is very stupid. But that didn't turn out to be the case. Now I think, sort of, I have a little problem now. Just we have to remove this plastic thing here, but then we actually have a long power connector. Please, 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 dear thing, please stop contacting and give everything over to the dark side. Well, I think that is one solution could be to put a third one and just insert those into the back side of the yellow. And as you see, this is turning out to one of those projects which we must probably call something else, not to upset idiots people. So it's turning into something that is even harder than the thing that it was meant to solve. And that is exactly what has happened now. So what do? Well, I reach for the blowtorch, of course. That's my first choice because it's so effective. The downside to it is that it, like 95% of the time, it fucks up the thing that it is trying to fix. See? Because there is one line of black that we want to keep here, and also it's very, very bad to cut yourself with this kind of thing because it's so sharp. So if I raise my voice now, I am very sorry, but I am getting irritated and stressed. But well, you know, it came loose. Beautiful, beautiful. So just line these up and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we cut the cut. Yes, we destroyed the correct side. That was very, very good, because if we had destroyed the side we wanted to use, I would be so sad. So now we just need 2 caps that are 1 micro each, which I have here in this nice bag here. So 101, yes, I think those is good to have around. Double check, it's supposed to say 105. Does it say that to you? I mean, you're not even seeing anything here. Well, anyways, let me tell you, it says that to me. So now we have it going on here, people. All we need is love. No, I'm just kidding. All we need is a board to connect it on. And because I am always using strip board, I am going to not use that now, just because I want to show that you don't always have to use that. You could go point to point, you can go with this kind of board as well. But that's a stupid idea. You know why? Yes, no, but this one is really hard to connect to this board, so I will not do it. I will take a little bit of this and hopefully it's enough. So count holes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and there says 12 there, so it's 12 by 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. It's hardly worth it cutting off 2 here, because then I will only get 1 extra. But anyway, I will just do it, because always when I start to think, stupid ideas start to pop into my brain, and I just catch them immediately and just do something stupid. So that means go with the original plan unless you have time to make a better plan than the first plan. And now count to 12 on the other direction. So I will count in 4s here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And double check, of course, because I'm on TV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you see I'm actually holding it here, so it cannot become wrong. Like that and like this. So, beautiful, 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 man, like that. And now, for this particular project, I will actually turn the board upside down, just because I never do that, and just because I always swear about I have not done that. So yes. But what is the problem then? Well, then the problem is everything is mirrored. So how do we do that then? I think, yes, I have an idea. Turn it this shiny side up, and then we drill straight through with a super small drill that will still work, hopefully. But then we will get these to be on the new... Oh, wait a minute, am I being stupid now? Yes, you are. No, you're not. Yes, you are. No, you're not. Yeah, this is the problem with this particular method, that now I got confused. Yes, and when I got confused, I don't know what to do. So that's why I need to look at the stuff and okay, so I do exactly like that, then it will work. But if I have to improvise, I just mess everything up. So I have to choose one choice. And the choice is I will do it on this side, this way. So count 39 and then 5 steps down, 4, 5, drill 1 hole, over one and then make a third hole and fourth hole, and then from the top the number 4 straight through, and then in the bottom 1 2 3 4 number 5. 1 2 3 4 5. That wasn't so hard now, was it? I'm so good at this. You know what? I am so proud of myself. So remember, when you use a thin drill bit, never ever, or a drill, never ever leave it inside of this drill machine, because if it falls over, the drill will break off. Probably. I mean, I'm not guaranteed, but I can say there is a great chance for it. And now make sure not to mix up these two, because these two are very different, even though they look very similar. So, and then if you see here, these are, oh, this is there, but it's invisible, but you know, I can draw it for you if you really want to have it. So it's like this and that, and this is the black part, and this is that part where you can put a heat sink if you want. So the idea now is look here and look there. So what we need to do is count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this will be our ground plane. I don't know even if it's a plane, but I call it ground plane because I don't know what it is called in reality. So there it is. Yes, but hold my horses now. Don't start to do anything before these wires are connected here. That's a good thing. You're so smart when you are slowing down a bit and being focused. Thank you, my friend. And you are so beautiful in the mirror. Are you too? Yes, thank you, thank you. You didn't have to say that. Okay, my beautiful self. Now, look. So, red wire, blue wire, green wire. Do you even see that on camera? Yes! That's so pedagogical. So, a short snippet of red like that, and put that back in its proper place. I am such a such a good boy, such a well-educated engineer here. And finally, a little red snippet. Yes, that is so good of you to say that. Yes. So, okay, now I will stop being so stupid and shutting up and all of that. So, what do we do now? Well, let's start with the red one, shall we? And so it goes into here, and it goes into there. I mean, if you're more smart than me, your eyesight will tell you how long it should be, but I always make them too long, but now maybe it's not so good to have too long. So I will make it off, cut it off, but it's still too long, but it's okay because I can force it to become a little bit more flat. And guess what? I'm actually putting it back through the hole. You know, the hole, but that's a stupid idea. No, it's a good idea. Okay, thank you for clearing that out for me. I thought it was a stupid idea because there's risk of short circuit there. But maybe it's not. I mean, you're the engineer. I'm just a stupid idiot. Yes, of course you are, my dear. But now shut the fuck up. Yes, I will. So now I will imagine that this piece of string here is actually a green wire. And I will insert it here and Oh my god, this looks like shit on this side. This will cause maybe some short circuits. So, you know what? Bring out the large drill and sort of fix it. So let's note that if you drill this from the other side, there will be lots of hanging copper. But if you do like this, you clean it up. But if you were stupid enough to put a wire through there, I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, it sort of just worked anyway. So we are having our lucky day. Okay, so where were I? Yes. Was ich? So, was ich? Yes. I don't know how to speak German. I can only fake speak German. So, what we needed to do now was fake this green wire here, but remember to connect 3 lines here. That's the only important thing to do. So that's what I'm doing now. And do not mess this up, because this is the most important part. It is the output power connector thing. And remember when doing this, that this is not an input power as it always is otherwise. It is the output, but it works just the same, just that the power flows in the other direction. But yeah, so then you have this and you connect it to a distributor, which I don't know. Yeah, I made a design in another video. So now time to solder. Are you seeing what I'm seeing here? No. Yeah, beautiful. So this looks very much like something that needs to be replaced or somehow maintained in a way that I'm not so certain about, but anyway. Okay, so and now is a good time to actually see what you're doing in many ways. It always is, but it is extremely more than normal, because now is the time to do something that will actually impact something with hard precision. Oh my god, it's actually working, it's actually working, it's actually working, it's actually working. Yeah, bye boo, bye boo, bye boo, bye boo, yeah. So I think that I got it actually working there, but I don't have my reading glasses, so I don't see so very close up. So let's use the video camera to check if it's looking good. Well, the quality of the video when zoomed 800% is very terrible, so I don't actually see if it's good or bad. So stick around, I go check for glasses. Hello, goodbye. No, I mean, welcome back. Hello, my dearest viewers in the world. You are the best, more best. Look here, even more best power supply. That's what we're building today. Even more best power supply. Update 2.0.1. Smiley. So Alright, we have come to the last color of them all, which is blue, which is a very beautiful color, and it has to do with the fact that it is actually a negative color. Yes, now I realized I'm actually using the color from the water tap, you know, where the red is warm and the cold is blue. But I mean, 12 volts is equally warm or cold to, anyway, you know what I mean. It's like, how works the brain? Well, it works in that way. Yes, thanks for clearing that out, my friend. You are such a resourceful. So I'm speaking to my brain anyway, if you wonder who I'm talking to. Do you want to watch close up here in the super video camera? So, but you know, it's not the quality that is matter. The quality, I mean, of video footage. I mean, I'd rather watch a good movie with bad quality than a bad movie with good quality. I tell you that, definitely. Except for maybe, you know, in the like 20 years ago when first it was possible to download movies, and there was this cam. So someone had brought a video camera into a cinema and filmed the screen, and the quality was so bad. But anyway, that's even with that, especially when people got up to go to the bathroom, and it looks like you have little people living in your computer. Those were the times, I tell you, man, those were the times, wasn't it? Little men living in your PC. Yes, now that's good enough. Now, please, could I please become a little bit more ready with this project? This is really turning into not quick and dirty. It's like slow and friggin' irritating. And that's not the name of this channel now, is it? Slow and friggin'
Nerding and hoarding. Slow and friggin' irritating videos about dude just sitting, failing on doing electronical projects and talking a bunch of friggin' gibberish.
Alright, so please bear with me, people. I cannot control my own freaking mouth. It just has a life on its own. Okay, so now remember, double check 7812. Yes, 7 8 12. And now, where do we put the legs? Yes, one leg in the first row, second column, and bam, and the second one in the ground, which is all the way over here. So we have to carefully bend the legs, because otherwise it won't work. And then on the other side of that hole that we drilled, we put the other lead, like so. You see there, it doesn't matter if you put it there, or there. At least the only thing that matters is to the side of the hole, and possibly even one more time closer to the inside, so we get two holes to attach the incoming plus a wire. So and so because this next step involves turning this shit over, I will just take the next component and also connect that before I will start to solder. So this, here comes the tricky part, okay? tricky part. Focus now, people. Really focus now. This is really important to be focused about. So I will do like this. Oh no, there's a cable here. So anyway, so good people, focus on this. This is the best camera work ever, 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 good people. Yes. You don't see it? No. Yes, now you see it, but you don't see it. Right. So now you see it. Do you see here? And do you see here? It's the same. So the leftmost leg needs to go to ground, which is unlike the last one. So they are different. Yes. And the input is the middle leg, and that needs to go way off to the left. So you need to do some kind of crazy bending of the leg here. Yes, I will put back now here, so maybe possibly it's even possible to see what is going on here. Okay, so good people. Yes, so this have to be like bent in a strange angle here, or maybe possibly to the front a little bit, and then bent to, yeah. The most important thing is take it easy and don't break anything, because then you will be sorry, because you have to buy a new one. They're not so expensive, but most likely you have to order it from somewhere, and it takes a little time. So something like this here, you see. So look here, you see this here, just put it here, and then so it actually don't have to be so wide. The only important thing is that you get one hole in between legs number 2 and 3, and that you get leg number 1 to go all the way up to the ground plane. So yeah, I believe maybe actually this is sort of working now. So carefully press really hard, and then bend it in a strange angle so it cannot escape. But also make sure that you cut it off so that it is too long to it blocks other components' possible way of being in one place. I'm just kidding. I'm not so stupid at describing. That was just a joke. What I mean is, make sure you leave some space for other components. Yes. So hopefully now I didn't mess it up. No, I didn't. Because if you look at this image here, it's yeah, I will draw it larger here. It's like this: black, white, and that means this is the black and this is the white. So now a bit of soldering, and then comes a hard part, which is to try to use some reclaimed capacitors which has 2mm legs and get them to span over 2 centimeters, which is like an inch. If you don't know centimeters, 2.5 centimeters is 1 inch, or actually 2.54 something. But anyway, you can think of it like this: 4 inches is 10 centimeters. A tenth of an inch is 2.5 millimeters. and all of that. And the thing that really irritates me with the inch system is these fractions, because how am I supposed to understand the 9/17 or, yeah, it's too much calculation for my brain. So as long as we use inch in decimals, it's okay for my brain to calculate it automatically. But now, okay, now comes the, so you see this, these are short, yes. And where's the other one? It's sister. Here's the sister. So, sister and brother. Okay, so my way of solving this will probably be to take a diode here, or it could be any component, but the diode has slightly thicker legs than the resistor, and just choose wisely here. Okay, so one side I will just put, no, wait a minute, I will do like this, so focus kids, focus. One leg, which now is on 1, is the negative, it goes straight up, and the other one goes straight to the side, and then up, and then back. And then I cut off the leg here, so we have a long, nice leg, and make a sort of a U in the end, or a J, or whatever is your favorite bent letter in the alphabet. Then try to put them together. So, and then put on some solder on it, but hopefully put it so it will not interfere with the surface of the bottom, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Make it not be a big blob on the bottom, because that will mix up that one's possibility to get to its place. And then the other one, do it in the other way. So this time the positive, or wait a minute, this maybe has to do with where is it possible to actually put these on this particular board. So I think that actually we cannot put them anywhere, so we might as well add 2 legs. So forget everything I just said and add 2 long legs on both your caps, and then you can do it in any way you want, because now we will have this somewhere in the air. Depending on how much power you will be using from your power supply, if you are going to use really much, say you're using vacuum tube modules, or if you have like 100 modules or something, you might want to add heat sinks to this, or not heat shrink, but heat sink, which is yeah, it's like something made of aluminium or copper, which has a very large surface area. It can be a piece of sheet metal, it can be something that looks like this, like, you know, a radiator sort of design. But okay, I now have this, so I will solder it, and then I will do a test if it might be even possible to get it working with only 1 long leg. So the most important thing to remember now is to make sure that you get the orientation right. Now I'm going to make 2 long legs, because otherwise it will, I'm not sure that I can actually pull it off. Yes, and now I'm thinking about hot glue gun here, but then I think about, so these voltage regulators, they actually regulate the voltage by taking the voltage that is above 12 and turning it into heat. So if you have hot glue there, you might melt that hot glue. So maybe not the best of ideas. But if I make something like this now, you see I have two large lumps of something sticking out, and maybe then I want to put something made out of plastic on the top here, so I don't accidentally make it short circuit, but maybe that will not work right now in this particular project. If you have thick heat shrink, is it called heat shrink or cable? Shrink wrap cable, which is thick. Oh look, like this. I have this piece. It's my last of the thick piece. So if you have that, you can use that. And I will show you how I would use it. So, my dear friends, we are closing in to the finishing line, and on the left we have nerding, and on the left, the other left, we have hoarding, and they are really running towards the finishing line. And does anyone know what finishing line is called in Finland? Finish line. Why do you call it finish line? It has nothing to do with Finland. You are so evil who just appropriate our land's name. Yes, we are so evil, and you are so stupid, young little brain. So now I make like a little skirt here on it. You see how good that looks? Just remember to double check your orientation so you don't screw up. Because if you screw up this, it will not work. Oh, guess what? It's too small for the big one. So I will have to so it's like the skirt has come down below the waist, and it's just hanging there I don't know what, like something. So okay, so now please brain focus, because now it is the final part here, and so please stop saying so all that fucking time. Yes, Martha. Okay, I have very little space here, so I will do a sort of quick and dirty here, which is sort of like, well, actually it's called point to point. So a point to point here, and a okay, focus, brain, focus, hand, focus, mouth, shut up. Yes, thank you. So that one is down, and we take the next one. Yes, and we actually have a little bit space there, so we can actually use the freaking thing right there. So we snip it off here. Mouth, I can hear you speaking, it's just that you are now whispering. Yes, I'm sorry, I should really shut up now. Thank you. Okay, so now what we do is actually solder. It's so small, this board. Why don't I choose a larger board? Well, because he didn't know. No, that's right. If you just design something in your computer, please remember to always make a prototype in the real world and don't expect anything to work the first time. The first prototype will always have some problem, and if it doesn't, then you are just super lucky, or you made like a super mega simple thing. But that's the part of the constructing principle. So you make like a beta, or first you make an alpha, which is like the first, and then a beta, which is the first of the real, and then you make send it out to beta testers, and then they test it, and then they give feedback, and then you make your first 1.0. So okay, dear friends and other people. Now, so big caps on the incoming side, small caps on the outgoing side. Yes, thank you. Thanks for clearing that out, dude. You are such a resourceful guy. Yes, thank you yourself. You are such a nice boss. Well, boss and boss I don't like, actually. I like flat horizontal organization. Yes, that's good. So you mean that the kidney and the brain should have equal chance to control what the entire body does? Yeah, exactly. Good thinking, man. How do you know I'm a man? I'm just a mouth. Does mouth have any gender? Shut up. You make me sad. So cry then. It's okay to cry. You don't have to be ashamed. Okay, I will cry now, but you shut up. Okay, I will do that. But then you have to shut up as well. Thank you, 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 thank you. Okay. So, this is Christmas, and why have you like a red clothes and a white beard? Well, because I am Jesus who gives out presents. So welcome, so where is the children who should get presents? Where is? Oh, there is it. Beautiful, dude. Thank you. So we have a little small problem called that the cables are thicker than the holes, probably on the incoming side. So there are a couple of ways to handle that kind of problem. Either you drill up the holes or you make the cables thinner. So I guess I will make the cables thinner because I do believe that is simpler to do. So now the power header, or whatever it's called, power connector, pin header, yes, this one. You recognize it from all of your modules, don't you? You little modular nerds. Yes, but you know, please don't connect it in the wrong way. Maybe it's better with boxed headers, which is a box around the headers, which makes you not be able to put it in backwards, because if you put it in backwards you can destroy both your power supply, just like I just did before I started to build a new one, or and slash you can also waste your expensive, precious home built or other module. So yes. So in the middle here is you are actually allowed to make a mess, because everything should be connected in the 6 pins in the middle. So I'm not telling you that you should make a mess, I'm just saying, you know, you don't need to cry about it if you do. I mean, this solder is even hard to make a mess with, because it hardly wants to melt. And remember to always solder every pin down, even if they are connected, because otherwise they might come loose. So as I believe now, the only thing we need to do is connect the 3 incoming cables from our box here. So, and as I told you, I will make the leads shorter, or no, not shorter, thinner. So there, so this is a method that you should not use, because if you are using these to the maximal capacity, that means that if you make the cables thinner, there will be more resistance and they will create more heat. But because this is quick and dirty, we do like this. So I'm just guessing here, like sort of half of it. Bigger problem with this one, but another solution could be to take a leg of something which is not the thinnest leg you got. Oh my god, that is such a mess. Look at this here, these legs here. Total mess. So, like something thick-legged, something like this maybe. This is a 60-year-old capacitor. A leg is really thick here, so I cut that one off. Take some shrink wrap here, and shrink wrap is like called something else, but it looks like this, and if you heat it, it shrinks. So I call it sheet rink. Anyway, heat wrap, shrink. Doesn't matter, you know. It's just like okay, focus now and don't become angry or frustrated or so, because we are so close to the finishing line here. The thing to remember when using this kind of stuff is that it quite easily melts. No, not melts, but shrinks. So if you don't have to have it, then you should wait to add it until you are finished with the soldering. So now, you know, it's time to solder this to this, but you only have 2 arms maximum. You might have fewer than those, but so what do? Well, just make sure that this is very goodly thinned. It's not called goodly, of course, but it's called something. And you understand what I'm saying, because so well thinned this one, and then add the tin to the vintage 60-year-old leg here, like that, and then make sure not to touch this, because it will be hot, and you hold it with your plier, and then you just take in the other hand these soldering iron and push these together, and hopefully they will. Oh my god, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working at all, it's not working at all. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Focus, 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 and slow down and focus, and please get it to work. Okay, this is not working. This is not working. So what do you do then? What do you do then? Well, take a couple of these alligator things and sort of use those to hold one or two things down, and then make sure that you use a blowtorch, because when you get stressed you always want to use the blowtorch. So use that. You are actually allowed to do it now, but it's not working. Why is it not working? Well, because you are not stable enough on your hand. Okay, now hold extreme still until it's cold. So it's sort of cold now. So you made it. Now the only thing you have to do is to not mess it up. So put on the heat shrink wrap, whatever it's called, and put some. You're not supposed to use a blowtorch. Let's use a standard lighter here, cigarette lighter, and just like that, and just push a little bit like that, and you are done. And now think about how you're gonna fix this totally messed up thing here. Well, just sort of do it a little bit straighter with a couple of pliers, or I don't know how you count pliers, one plier or a couple of pliers, or even if it's called something else. But you know, you can use anything. If you have super strong needle nails, use them. If you have not, you don't use them, because they will break. I mean your nails, and then you start biting on them, and then, you know. So sort of like this, it looks like crap, but what you can do is just test. Make sure there's no electricity in it before, and then just test to get it actually to go in. And you will not have to take this on and off all the time. You will just do it once, and then you will leave it in there, because you will put the cable to a distributing thing, distributor, and the distributor is just a strip board with several of those in line. But it sounds so much better when you say distributor. So remember now, the double cable goes in the middle, because double is the plus minus ground thing that creates the magic here. So did that work? I don't know. Do you think so? Yeah, I think so. Great. And now finally the last change to mess it up. So make sure to double check, triple check, and quadruple check everything, or you don't have to. Another thing you can do if you're super keen on doing everything super good. I mean, this should not be called quick and dirty. It should be called slow and thorough, because I'm teaching you all the special slow and thorough ways to do things. So add heat shrink here, and this is only because you cut off some of the wires. They will be possible shortcut agents, or whatever you call it in your stupid language. Yes, so like so, beautiful. Yes, and now make sure to double check here. So guess what? This one means plus, and the red means plus. But don't put it in the wrong side. Whatever you do, don't put it in the wrong side. Put it in the right side. I mean, not the right side, the left side, but the correct side. And now, moment of truth. Yes, it actually went through there. So now you just have to decide, are you going to solder this down? Yes, you are. You are not going to insert the other one because it will only make you sad. Okay, soldering this down. Another fancy thing you can have, which is not fancy at all, but more like super necessary, is indicator diodes. So you basically put one diode on the positive output rail to ground and another one on the negative, and you can also use the color coding red and blue diode so you see if it's working. That was how I saw that my power supply stopped working, and that helped me because if you have a power supply that you don't know that you lost your negative voltage on, and you try to build something and you test it and it doesn't work, and you test again, it doesn't work, but actually the problem is with your power supply. But if you just have the diodes or the LEDs, so we might as well just add that right away. And because we use 12 volt, we can choose from using 407. Okay, so diodes. Okay, diodes. Okay, so my dear friends, I almost had a short circuit there in my brain. I mean, okay, I don't know if I have anything blue here. I must look in a super crowded little thing here, which is so overcrowded that it can pass a fucking banana freaking thing. So I will go with green means negative. It's confusing, but a ground cannot be shining. Yes, so now, where was I? Yes, I was here. What I was going to say, 12 volts can use if you want the maximum light from your LED, then use 470 ohms, that is 470 ohms. But often that just blinds my eye, but now I just took it anyway. And you add that to the one side, doesn't matter which side, but it's good to be consistent, or what is it called in your language. So just as you do the same thing every time, consequent we say in my language. But so now just solder these down and just like sort of make up a nice design place you want them, so you see them. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying to you? But I don't want the green on my beautiful place. Yes, I understand that, but now we are quick and dirty, and that means that we do stuff quick and dirty. Okay, so I will go with the green then. So, because I know that I have blue somewhere. Yes, but look at yourself, dude. Your workplace looks like a tornado. Yes, I know that. My mother used to tell me that when I was even like only 7 years old. She said my room looked like a bombshell had hit it. So now is a moment of truth. So look how beautiful all of this shit is here. So you might want a beautiful place to put your beautiful lights here, but I'm too tired now, so I'm just putting them down sort of just like right here, or yeah, Or I just test. Why not just test, you know? Or I don't know. Now I'm get too tired to know this kind of stuff. But anyway, yes, do you know what? We will skip that and we will use, I actually have a designated thing here. You see this? That looks like a very fun robot head. Funny, I don't know. So, okay, so what do I do? Yes, we take one side of the power cable, connect it to our newly created power supply. And remember now, the red on the wire should go to the blue on the power supply. Always like that, people. Always like that, which is confusing if you're using red. But, so, now, hopefully, this here will be, okay, so first I connect it, and then, guess what? Then I make a drum roll sound. Of course, I make the drum roll sound with my mouth. And then, and only then, will I put in this. So, so go in, you stupid. Okay, and then I press there. Did you see that? It actually worked. And there, it worked. And guess what? That is somehow. Okay. And then, what is that? So then. So there is a little problem there, which means that we cannot turn off the blue one. So, did you hear that? So it sounded like an angry cat. And that, I can tell you, my friends, that is not good. Yeah, so probably we had some kind of short circuit here. I am getting very sad in my eye. So what I will do is touch here, and you know what? You know what I did? Do you know what I did? I connected, you can't even see what I did mess up. So what I messed up is this one I connected in the wrong way. So do you see here? Negative points toward positive. And it's very hot and it's bulky here, like a balloon, you see here. So if I had it a little bit longer, it would have popped like a popcorn. So what do? Well, we just turn it around. Luckily we have quite long legs on it. If we cut off the skirt, so when you do your first test of something you built yourself, pay close attention to sounds and smells and everything like that, because something might explode or start burning or other. So I now add super small because I am out of super large heat shrink things. That is called something else, maybe in your language, so please teach me what it's called and I will send you a t-shirt. Alright, and every time when something has been not working, such as this, have been connected backwards, then there is a possibility that it will not work for real again. So, but there's also the possibility that it will work again. So it's like a gamble here. If you have like a bag of 100 of these, please take a new one and throw this away. If you don't, like me, then just test it again and hope for the best. So now I did the same thing again as I always do, which is when I connect my power supply, I disconnect my soldering iron. So fuck that shit. Peep, 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 peep. You know, Americans, what can I say? They get scared when someone says, fuck shit, motherfucker shite. Anyway, in my language, swearing is just like it's just an indicator of class, you know. So if you're working class, you have to swear unless you are like you're not the real working class. So it's class specific social act. So please work, please work, please work. That's a beautiful song I just made. So now once again, so look at the robot head. Look at the robot's head. Yes. We like that. And we put in the wire. Listen carefully for any explosion sounds and such. Yes, there's not yet, because you see there, on is like that. It's still not turning off, but that could be because it's just having a good capacitor. See, both are off now, and this is the only thing that is draining the caps, which was, yeah. So did you see that? Did you see that? I actually made something working. Okay, let's check it one more time, because this happens very seldom on this channel, which is called Nerding and Hoarding. Look here. So what we actually have managed to do today is create the best and the quick and dirtiest power supply in the world.
Nerding and Hoarding. Quick and dirty DIY electronics.